Today we are going to talk about how we went about building our relationship. Like we told you guys, we are almost 2 years into our relationship. And you hear a lot of people on the internet, they seem to put money first or how much the person needs to make before they could even talk to the person. And that's pretty common out there. And we didn't take that approach. We focus on first learning about each other and then going about building a relationship. Yes, money is important. You need money to pay the bills and so forth. So, that's a part of any relationship, but we did not lead with finance. We took the time to get to know each other, and through us talking to each other for a period of 2 weeks straight, and then finally seeing each other, that's pretty much where we start basically building a relationship.
That I was never raised by my auntie, my uncle, or even my dad to say that money was the thing.
Yes.
I knew what good you can get with money.
Yeah.
I knew that money wasn't always necessary to do the fun things in life. I knew that
Yes.
growing up. Now come to America where you get the land of abundance, and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
money. If you don't have money, you can't, for some people, you can't do a whole bunch of
Yes.
things. But I never put an emphasis on money. I wanted to earn enough that I could take care of myself. My
Yeah.
father always taught me, when I was 12, I started living with my dad. So he always taught me that you had to earn money
Yes.
and that you don't just squander it.
Correct.
You have to save it. You also don't let money be the guide. Don't be greedy, because you'll end up doing all kinds of unseemly things
Yes.
for money. So he always had a phrase where he would say, if you beg for stuff, especially if you beg a man for stuff, and a man has to use his money to give you stuff, that man now can beg you for stuff.
Yeah.
And you better be prepared
Yeah.
to return that favor. And if that's not what you want, don't beg.
Then don't beg.
So that was growing up what I got, out
Yeah.
of money. Now, fast forward to us now dating.
Yeah.
I had that same thing in my head where if we were going to be a family,
Yeah.
then I bring my money and put it on the table.
Yeah.
You bring your money and put it on the table. We pay the bills.
Yes.
And then whatever's left over, obviously you got to save for rainy days
Yeah.
and have fun.
Correct.
So that was always my approach. You bring it to the table and you take care of the bills, save, and then have fun.
Yes.
Never, thought that I would sit back and have a man just take care of me, because that's not what my father taught
Yes,
me.
yes,
That's
growing up,
what's
yeah.
going to happen. So, with you,
With me, again, money is like the scripture said, money is a defense. You need money to take care of your basic needs. But it's not tied. I never tied money to my self-worth, because through your professional career working, your money could go up, it could go down. Today you have a job, today you lose your job. That's just life. So I learned very early not to tie my self-worth to my job or my money, because your job could come and go. And you kind of see people who tied money to their self-worth, that when they lose it, they lose all hope. So I never attached money to my self-worth. So I worked on building my character, and that's where my focus was. So when it comes to us now and being in a relationship, I'm looking for a woman with good moral values. And I am, as a man, going to show you my moral values.
Okay.
Grant you, money is important, and having money management is also important.
Yes.
I'm not saying just spend your money,
Yeah.
but the key to any relationship that I've learned through the years, and I love talking to older people, I always saw the love. And I've met, people, older people, couples, rich, poor, middle class, if you want to say that. And a common denominator was always the love, not the money, because you see poor people and you see them in love with each other,
Yes.
and they don't have the money. So that's what I wanted, to have the love first. And with you coming in my life, you came in at the right time for me. Okay. Right? So I'm an only child. So one of my greatest fear, I'm an only child. I was, raised by my mother. That as my mother began to age, I did not want to, and death is a part of life.
Yeah.
I understood that. I did not want to go through that journey by myself. And I always just say, Lord, because I had no brothers and sisters. So
That's true.
I was like, I don't want to go through that journey.
You mean the journey of handling your mom as she was aging, or when you yourself were aging?
Well, as she was aging, and the possibility, grant you, you don't know when your parents going to die, but
Yeah.
I've just always heard stories of other people saying, man, because they had their brothers and sisters, that process of losing their parents or seeing their parents' health decline, the mental toll that it took on them, but they had brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I didn't have that.
Yes.
I know I have my sons, but I was like, no, I don't have that.
Yeah.
My sons, or they look up to me, not kind of me going to my sons.
Correct.
So, I always had that fear in the back of my head, especially after, being divorced and separated, that, man, that journey, from what I've heard, is going to be hard.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go through that alone. So, and then at that same time, that's when I kind of entered into the dating market, looking for something. Grant you, not foreseeing what would happen with my mother,
That
right?
was fast.
Not foreseeing any of that. So you came into my life, and the first time you met my mother was in a hospital.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
And again, I'm thinking Mars going to recover and everything is going to be fine.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
So it's like the Lord said, okay, I'm going to give you what you want, but I'm taking your mother.
Wow. You look at it that way.
That's how I look at it.
Wow.
I'm going to give you what you have. You asked for. Yeah, I'm going to give you someone to support you. I'm going to bring someone into your life. So you serve those two purposes, like in my head. Okay, I got the lady that I wanted, but you came at the right time, because you came, but I don't foresee what's going to happen with my mother. But the process has begun. I can look back now and say, okay, I see the process. So when I look at those things I value, right?
Yeah.
That you can't put money on that.
True.
You can't put money before that, because here is someone coming into my life at a period right as the process is beginning. You don't know it, but as time goes on, you look back and you say, okay, the process did begin.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I didn't want to accept it. I think, okay, my mom is going to recover and everything is going to be fine. But that wasn't the case. So I tell that story because it shows you the power of love, you have to respect it. It's not based on monetary, because what you did for me through that period, it's not based on money, because all I needed at the time was you to provide the love, the support at the time that I needed that.
Yeah.
And that's an example of when you have a relationship, and we're still new in the relationship, and you're coming into my life, and this journey for me begins.
Exactly.
And
so you had a dating life.
Yes.
And then you were taking care of an elderly parent.
Yes.
Who went from extremely independent to I need your help.
Yes.
To being an ill elderly parent.
Yes.
So, and then balancing the dating.
Correct. Okay. And if I had a woman that was money focused,
I should have been charging him.
There you go. But
such a mess.
It shows you, how powerful love is when you don't, because it has to come first in the relationship. Yeah. The money can never come first. The money and everything else comes after. Yes. Because that's where the foundation is. That I will never forget what you did and how you was there. It brand new in a relationship. You never said, okay, we're brand new. I can't jump into this. I don't really know you yet. Right?
Well,
but it could happen because it was something new. It was something that I was experiencing. Mm-hmm. So, to me, that's an example of love, because, I read and study the Bible, and the Bible talks about your works. Yeah. We all could say, I love you. I do. And you do. But you have to have works behind your words. Mm-hmm. And I think, what you did in helping me and being in my life again at the right time, but just helping me and guiding me and being there emotionally to support me through that process.
Thank you so much for joining us on this money journey as we talk about the importance or lack thereof when it comes to money and how we flow in our relationship.
Yes.
All right then. Pay me.
That's my payment.
I can't stand you.
The love I have in my heart.
You're so corny.
So much.
Cut the video.
It's rich. All right, so how are we going to close it out?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, thank you for joining Garfield and I as we make love in the kitchen. In the living room. So please feel free to subscribe, drop us some comments, and criticisms. We love those because it will only make us better.
There you go.
Have fun.
Have a good day.